Gambian Talents TV. Gambian Talents TV. Promotion, population, promoting our culture, promoting our tradition.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, the arrival of His Excellency, the President of the Republic of the Gambia, and other excellencies from the sub-region. May we rise, please. You can please kindly take your seats. Thank you very much.
An important announcement from the technical team here at the conference center. For translation, channel 1 is in English, channel 2 is in French, and channel 3 is in Portuguese. Thank you. Good afternoon, and a big warm welcome to you, Your Excellency, President Adam Barrow, President of the Republic of the Gambia, Commander-in-Chief of the Gambia Armed Forces, who is also Chairman both the Organization of Islamic Cooperation, OIC, and the Omvg Conference of Heads of States and the Governments. His Excellency Amadou Uriba, Prime Minister of Guinea, will be presenting online. His Excellency Rui Duterte de Barros, Prime Minister of Guinea-Bissau and the delegation. His Excellency Ousmane Sonko, Prime Minister of Senegal and delegation. Honorable Rohey John Manjang, Minister of Environment, Climate Change, and Natural Resources under all the Cabinet Ministers. OMVG High Commissioner El-Haj Lassana Fofana and delegation of OMVG High Commission. Members of the Diplomatic and Consular Corps, heads of government departments under the parastatals, security heads, religious leaders, members of the press, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, all other protocols respectfully and duly observed. I am deeply honored to be in the midst of this august gathering to serve as Master of Ceremony and also to deliver the welcome remarks at this 11th ordinary session of the OMVG Conference of Heads of States and the Government. Today marks a significant day in the annals of this sub-regional organization. This high-level meeting underscores the Gambia's unwavering commitment to fostering regional cooperation, regional integration, and a sustainable socio-economic development in West Africa. With similar cultural, historical, and ethnic similarities, what binds the four countries more is River Gambia, Kayanga, Jeba, and the Koliba Korobao. Because the sources of these rivers can be traced to Guinea-Conakry, passing through Guinea-Bissau into Senegal, then into the Gambia. OMVG, established in 1978, has been instrumental in advancing regional cooperation in water resources, energy, agriculture, and environmental conservation. Key projects under its mandate include hydropower, initiatives such as the Sambagalo Dam and the interconnection of power grids to expand energy access across member states and other countries in West Africa. Located some 930 kilometers upstream from the mouth of the River Gambia and about 25 kilometers south of Kedugu. The Sambagala project, which is at the heart of the Omvg development plans as the first dam of the organization, has started. In 4 years' time, this dam will provide safe, clean energy to many inhabitants in the 4 countries. Your Excellencies and the distinguished invited guests, one of the greatest assets that the West African countries are endowed with is a resource-rich rivers. These resources that are contained in these rivers across the region are enormous. And leaders in these 4 member nations are conscious of the fact that diversifying economic growth is the fastest, most sincere, secure way to deliver for the people. Omvg's mission is to rationally and harmoniously exploit the common resources of the Gambia, Kayanga, Jeba, and the Kurubal River basins, achieving food self-sufficiency for the population of these 3 river basins. Also forms an important mission it stands for in reducing vulnerability of the economies of the member states to climate hazards. To further maximize these potentials of these projects, in June 1978, Convention on Establishing River Basin Development Organization defines the mission and bodies of the Omvg. All these remarkable achievements were successful, thanks to the pragmatic work of the Omvg High Commission, which is the implementing body for the integrated and development programs implemented by the 4 member countries for the rational and harmonious exploitation of the resources of the Gambia, Kayanga, Jeba, and the Kurubal River basins. What makes these projects even more imperative is that they also seek to provide safe and clean energy to many infrastructures inhabitants in the 4 countries. In line with this initiative, communities along the river basin under the Omvg jurisdiction can exploit the life-changing opportunities with energy at the heart of the project. Industries, companies, and homes, and even offices are going to be key players to register growth and economies in the sub-region whilst promoting inter-Africa trade and foreign direct investment. Your Excellency, it is important to state here that the current Omvg leaders are to make the best use of bring to the sub-region. Your Excellency, and all invited guests on this note, I have the sincere honor to invite His Excellency, President Adam Barrow, President of the Republic of the Gambia, to the podium to deliver the keynote.
Your Excellency, General Mamadi Doumbouya, President of the Republic of Guinea. Your Excellency, General Umar Sissoco Embalo, President of the Republic of Guinea-Bissau, represented by his Prime Minister. Your Excellency, Bassirou Diomaye Diakhar Faye, President of the Republic of Senegal, represented by his Prime Minister. Omvg line ministers, other ministers present, the ONVG High Commissioner, Secretary General and staff, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. On my behalf, as current chairman of the Conference of Heads of State and Government of the Gambia River Basin Development Organization, ONVG, and the government and the people of the Gambia, it is my honor and pleasure to warmly welcome all the delegations to this summit. We are indeed proud to host every distinguished delegate present, and we wish our eminent guests a pleasant stay here in Banjul. Please feel at home. Before proceeding, allow me to express our heartfelt sympathy to His Excellency General Mamadi Doumbouya and the people of Guinea for the tragic loss of life that happened recently in Sdkj. Our thoughts and prayers are with the families of the victims, and we wish the injured a swift and full recovery. In this regard, I propose that we observe a minute of silence in their memory. Amen. You can be seated. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, through their pioneering work, the late presidents Leopold Sédar Senghor, Dawda Kairaba Jawara, Ahmed Sékou Touré, and Nino Vieira live on as we build on their efforts for sub-regional cooperation and integration. On our behalf, collectively, I pay homage to them in recognition of the historic role they played in creating and bringing together the ONVG family. In this connection, I thank the President of Guinea-Bissau and Senegal for supporting this long overdue summit. It is a meeting that gives us an opportunity to review the activities of the ONVG since the extraordinary summit of 29 January 2016. This is an opportune moment to convey the summit, noting that the electricity interconnection line for the 4 member countries is 99% complete. In addition, the construction of the Sambangalo hydroelectric dam is in high gear. I convey sincere gratitude to the ONVG Secretariat and its entire technical team for the hard work that they translated the electrical interconnection project into reality. Accordingly, we are thankful to the African Development Bank, the lead donor of the energy project interconnection, and all our formidable partners for the invaluable support to the ONVG energy project and the implementation of the Integrated Development Master Plan, IDMP. We kindly request, however, that you consider increasing your technical and financial support for the speedy implementation of all the planned ONVG projects. Excellencies, despite our encouraging achievements, it is worth recalling that the higher organs of our organization do not meet regularly. Among other possible consequences, this state of affairs can hinder the operations of the ONVG, especially as regards the establishment of the Sambagalo Energy and Transport Network Management Company, Sdkj. Your Excellencies, honorable delegates, ladies and gentlemen, a major objective of this meeting is to address the chairmanship of the Conference of Heads of State and Government and the chairmanship of the Council of Ministers, both of which rotate among 4 member countries. The position of High Commissioner equally rotates among member states, except for Senegal, the host and holder of the position of Secretary General at the organization's headquarters. Besides these, member states are also expected to fill the positions of chairman of board of directors and managing director of the agency of the management of Sdkj. With reference to the proposed agenda, it is scheduled that member states sign the Convention on the legal status of Kayanga-Jiba and Krubal-Krubali rivers. Like the Gambia River, the 2 rivers should henceforth acquire the status of shared international rivers. Both are crucial natural resources we can leverage for shared socio-economic development. It is for this reason that the Council of Ministers adopted the resolution of 2nd August 2008 to align their legal status with ONVG practice. The development of these rivers offers great prospects for fruitful economic cooperation among member states. As outgoing chairman of the Council of the Heads of States, I draw attention to the huge amount of areas owned by member countries. Our economic challenges are obvious, but we must demonstrate more commitment to the ONVG. The organization has come a long way for us to let it fail. Crucially, its success will always have a positive impact on our economic performance. I urge my colleagues, therefore, that we guarantee the continuity of this unique sub-regional body by paying our contributions on time. In the same vein, I encourage the ONVG Secretariat to explore innovative ways of accessing more donor funding to support their activities. Mindful of the serious financial challenges member states face, it is advisable that you make best use of the organization's funds. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I hope that the resolutions adopted in this meeting will be implemented by the relevant bodies of the organization, and that going forward, the statutory meetings will be held on time. Once again, I congratulate the heads of member states, Council of Ministers, and the ONVG Secretariat and staff on the successful convening of this summit. In the interim, I hope and pray that Allah will protect and bless our countries abundantly and guide the ONVG to greater successes at a much faster rate. While wishing everyone a successful summit, I declare the 11th ordinary session of the Conference of Heads of State and Government of the ONVG open. Long live the ONVG, long live sub-regional integration, long live international cooperation. I thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Your Excellency. Distinguished invited guests, we now invite you to follow the documentary prepared by the OMVG before we move to the next session. Thank you very much.
The Gambia River Basin Development Organization, or Omvg, is a sub-regional basin organization created in 1978. Its member states include the Gambia, Guinea, Guinea-Bissau, and Senegal. Its main objective is to promote a rational and concerted use of resources in the Gambia, Kayanga-Jeba, and Koliba-Kuruba river basins. In 2016, the heads of state and government restructured the organization and launched the Energy Project, designed to enhance regional integration and develop energy infrastructure in member states. The Energy Project consists of two components, the interconnection line and the Sambangalo hydropower project. In December 2023, the OMVG completed the construction and commissioning of its electricity interconnection network. The network consists of 1,677 kilometers of 225 kilovolt transmission lines with a transport capacity of 800 megawatt, including 36 pairs of optical fibers and 15 substations of 225 kilovolt and 2 dispatching centers connecting all 4 member states. This infrastructure created 4,230 temporary jobs and 290 permanent jobs during its implementation. The interconnection component allows member states to strengthen their national electricity supply networks and to connect with those of the Senegal River Basin Development Organization, or MVS, and Transco CLSG, which link Cote d'Ivoire, Liberia, Sierra Leone, and Guinea. Presently, 15 West African countries are interconnected via the OMVG network. It will also facilitate the implementation of the rural electrification program using the lines and substations. Located 25 kilometers from Kédougou on the border between Senegal and Guinea, the Sambangalo Dam is the other key component of the Energy Project. Upon completion, the dam will create a 38 billion cubic meter reservoir over an area of 188 square kilometers. Its hydropower plant will have an installed capacity of 128 megawatts, generating approximately 4,000 gigawatt hours of clean, renewable energy annually. As of September 2024, the overall progress of the construction works was 31.4%, with the project expected to employ 1,200 people at its peak. Financing of the Sambangalo Dam is carried on behalf of OMVG member countries by the Senegalese government and financial partners under a phased contract signed with Vinci Construction Grants Project and Ritz Hydro for a total of 388.3 million euros, with support from the United Nations Capital Development Fund and the Swiss Agency for Development and Cooperation. OMVG developed an Integrated Development Master Plan, PDDI, outlining its investment strategy by 2040. The objective for the OMVG is to secure innovative financing for non-sovereign entities, leveraging water as a resource to accelerate the pace of the organization's achievements. More than 180 projects have been included in the PDDI and approved by the OMVG Council of Ministers in 2023. They focus on energy, agriculture, the environment, and river transport. The implementation of the PDDI relies on a development potential of 305 square kilometers of navigable waters, 50,000 hectares of agroforestry land, more than 2,000 gigawatt hours of clean energy hydroelectric dams, and 2,000 hectares of national parks. It should be noted that all OMVG major projects, including ongoing and planned environmental and energy projects, have been integrated into the PDDI. The technical, social, and environmental feasibility studies for the Salfino Dam, planned in Guinea-Bissau, are now complete. The AFDB has expressed interest in financing it. and conducted a project identification and preparation mission in September 2024 with a financing agreement expected by the end of 2025. On the environmental front, the OMVG launched the Integrated Natural Resources and Water Management Project for the Koliba-Kuruba River Basin on 4th October 2024 in Bissau. The overall cost of the project is $6,300,000 over 4 years. This project is being implemented with financial support from the Global Environment Facility (GEF) and technical support from the IUCN. The member states of the Senegal-Mauritania Aquifer Basin (BASM), the Gambia, Guinea-Bissau, Mauritania, and Senegal have committed since 2019 to a dialogue to establish a mechanism for cross-border cooperation on the large shared groundwater reserves. This work is carried out in close collaboration with the two sister organizations, OMVS and OMVG. This record of achievements is far from exhaustive. Numerous energy and socio-environmental projects are under consideration. OMVG has made significant progress in mobilizing various sources of funding from its partners for the production of feasibility studies and the implementation of all its projects.
Your Excellencies and the distinguished invited guests, as part of the program guide, we'll have statement from the High Commissioner OMVG. He will be presenting to this important gathering the status of implementation of OMVG activities since the last session of the Conference of Heads of State and Government in Addis Ababa on the 29th January 2016. Excellences, Monsieur Adama Barrow, Président de la République de Gambie, Président en exercice de la Conférence des chefs d'État et de gouvernement de l'OMVG, Excellences, Monsieur le Premier ministre Amadou Liba, représentant le général Mamadi Doumbouya, Président de la République de Guinée, chef de l'État, commandant en chef des forces armées, Excellences, Monsieur le Premier ministre Rui Cartier-Barros, représentant son Excellence Général Umaru Sissoko Ambalo, Président de la République de Guinée-Bissau, commandant en chef des forces armées, Excellences, Monsieur le Premier ministre Ousmane Sonko, représentant son Excellence Monsieur Bassirou Diomaye Diakhar Faye, Président de la République du Sénégal. En ma qualité de haut-commissaire de l'Organisation pour la mise en valeur du fleuve Gambie, OMVG, j'ai l'insigne honneur de vous rendre compte des activités de l'organisation de janvier 2016 à octobre 2024. Excellences, permettez-moi d'abord d'exprimer ma profonde gratitude à son Excellence M. Adama Barrow, Président de la République de Gambie, Président de la Conférence des chefs d'État et de gouvernement de l'OMVG et aux hautes autorités des États membres pour avoir bien voulu faire prendre toutes les dispositions nécessaires à la préparation et à la tenue de la présente session. Je me propose de soumettre à votre haute attention l'état d'exécution des réalisations de l'OMVG depuis la tenue de la dernière session de la conférence des chefs d'État et de gouvernement à Addis Abeba en Éthiopie. 1. Projet énergie. En ce qui concerne le projet énergie, il comprend les deux principales composantes. la ligne d'interconnexion et le barrage hydroélectrique de Sambagol. Grâce à vos instructions, nos États membres ont fait des efforts importants pour accompagner la réalisation de la ligne d'interconnexion ayant une capacité de transit de 800 MW, qui est une boucle de 1677 km de long, équipée de 36 paires de fibres optiques, 183 km en Gambie, 575 km en Guinée, 218 km en Guinée-Bissau et 701 km au Sénégal. Avec 15 postes électriques, 2 en Gambie, 5 en Guinée, 4 en Guinée-Bissau et 4 au Sénégal. La mise sous tension de cette ligne a permis des échanges d'énergie électrique entre les sociétés d'électricité à travers des contrats bilatéraux d'achat d'énergie et des contrats de services de transport avec l'Omvg. La boucle de l'interconnexion de l'Omvg est actuellement synchronisée avec le réseau de l'OMVS à partir du poste Omvg de Tambacounda au Sénégal et celui de CRLG à partir du poste Omvg de l'INSA en Guinée. Par ailleurs, l'Omvg a initié et soumis aux États la réalisation d'études de faisabilité de l'électrification rurale afin d'améliorer l'accès à l'électricité des populations situées autour des postes électriques et le long de la ligne. Financés respectivement par la Banque mondiale et par la Banque africaine de développement. D'autres initiatives sont également en cours de réalisation pour l'interconnexion Sénégal-Gambie et la commercialisation de la capacité excédentaire de la fibre optique. Il est important de souligner que nous avons 36 paires de fibres optiques. Pour l'exploitation de notre réseau, nous n'avons besoin que de 4 paires. Donc les 32 paires doivent servir de développement des télécommunications à travers les 4 pays. Les études de ces projets démarrés dans le courant de l'année 2024 sont en phase d'achèvement. Pour la gestion de la fibre optique, il est prévu à terme de recruter un opérateur privé stratégique. S'agissant de l'aménagement hydroélectrique de Sambagol, qui est plus de la production d'énergie annuelle de 394,3 GWh pour une puissance installée de 128 MW, a des objectifs d'intérêt public, notamment l'irrigation de 90 000 hectares, dont 40 000 au Sénégal et 50 000 en Gambie, de terres agricoles dans les bassins versants du fleuve Gambie. La régularisation des débits du fleuve, la réduction des inondations en aval et la fourniture d'eau potable aux localités avoisinantes. Le taux d'avancement global des travaux est de 31,4%, dont 30% pour le volet génie civil et 35% pour l'hydroélectromécanique. La réalisation de cette importante infrastructure hydroélectrique, la première de notre organisation, connaît cependant des difficultés liées à un arrêt unilatéral des travaux par l'entreprise Vinci, membre du groupement constructeur, pendant que son partenaire Andris a poursuivi et achevé une partie des travaux. Cette situation pourrait impacter aussi bien l'OMVG que les populations riveraines, notamment celles situées dans les localités à déplacer, qui se trouvent dans une incertitude totale concernant ce chantier, les obligeant à cesser toute activité importante de développement socio-économique
sur leur site. En outre, avec le retard accusé, la commercialisation de l'énergie de Sambagalou pourrait être compromise par l'augmentation du coût du kilowattheure, produit conséquence directe de l'accroissement du coût du projet, impactant négativement sa rentabilité financière. En vue de surmonter ces difficultés et permettre une reprise définitive et durable des travaux, le Conseil des ministres a instruit le Haut Commissariat lors de la 50e session ordinaire du Conseil des ministres le 29 octobre 2024 à Banjul à engager un audit interne du projet pour identifier les difficultés, situer les responsabilités des parties prenantes et proposer des mesures correctives et des solutions en vue de la relance des travaux du dit projet. 2. Projet d'étude de la station de transfert d'énergie par pompage STEP du réservoir de Sambagalou. Le site de Sambagalou offre des conditions topographiques très favorables à la réalisation de cet ouvrage qui permettra d'améliorer sensiblement la production d'énergie hydroélectrique avec des effets très bénéfiques sur les tarifs d'électricité. L'Union européenne a marqué son accord pour le financement d'une étude de faisabilité. La réalisation de la STEP de Sambagalou permettra de bonifier le prix du kilowattheure de l'aménagement hydroélectrique de Sambagalou. 3. Développement d'autres sites de barrage. L'Omvg met en œuvre un important programme énergie d'ouvrages de seconde génération. L'aménagement hydroélectrique de Saltigno sur le fleuve Courbal en Guinée-Bissau constitue le premier ouvrage ciblé. Il est d'une capacité de 21,3 MW. Les études de pré-investissement sont approuvées par la Banque africaine de développement qui a concrétisé son engagement à financer l'ouvrage par une mission d'identification et de préparation en septembre 2024. En outre, la Banque islamique de développement a aussi marqué son intérêt pour le financement de l'ouvrage. La signature des accords de financement est prévue en fin 2025. Pour le site de Felosunga, sur la Tomini, affluent du fleuve Kouliba, le processus de recrutement des consultants pour les études est en cours. Il est pris en compte dans le plan directeur de développement intégré PDDI de l'Omvg ainsi que d'autres aménagements comme Digan et Kourawel. Pour ces deux ouvrages, le financement des études est assuré par la Banque africaine de développement et le processus de recrutement des consultants est en cours. Le développement de ces 4 sites apportera aux États membres une fourniture additionnelle d'énergie renouvelable de 960 gigawattheures de productibles pour une puissance installée de 330,3 MW. 4. Le plan directeur de développement intégré PDDI. Le PDDI de l'Omvg a été approuvé en juin 2023 par les États membres ainsi que le plan d'investissement conjoint qui lui est attaché. Cet important document constitue aujourd'hui le cadre de référence à court, moyen et long terme pour l'ensemble des projets et actions de l'organisation. Un mécanisme de financement a été mis en place et une table ronde des bailleurs de fonds est prévue en 2025. 5. Bassin aquifère sénégalo-mauritanien BASM. La mise en œuvre du projet du bassin aquifère sénégalo-mauritanien tire son origine de l'engagement de ses États membres, Gambie, Guinée-Bissau, Mauritanie et Sénégal, à mettre en place une coopération transfrontalière autour de cette ressource en eau souterraine partagée, en étroite collaboration avec l'OMVS et l'Omvg. La phase opérationnelle est engagée avec la mise en place du secrétariat du groupe de travail régional, GTR, assuré alternativement par l'OMVG et l'OMVS, la mobilisation d'une partie du financement et les négociations sur le cadre juridique et institutionnel devant formaliser la coopération entre les États membres sont en cours. 6. Projet dynamisation des appuis aux organismes de bassin transfrontaliers africains, d'INOBA. Ce projet financé par l'Agence française de développement a pour objectif de renforcer les 5 organismes de bassin transfrontaliers concernés par les piliers de la gestion intégrée des ressources en eau GIR en vue d'une meilleure gestion des ressources partagées. Les activités ont démarré par l'installation d'équipements de suivi et de transmission des données hydrologiques et les actions pilotes de préservation de zones humides et de la biodiversité. 7. Gestion intégrée des ressources naturelles du fleuve Koliba, EJ. Le projet est financé par le Fonds pour l'environnement mondial, FEM, dans le cadre des eaux internationales à hauteur de 6,3 millions de dollars pour une durée de 48 mois. Son objectif est d'assurer la gestion intégrée et durable des ressources naturelles en eau dans le bassin du Koliba-Kourbal grâce à la coopération et une gouvernance transfrontalière renforcée. La cérémonie de lancement de ce projet, présidée par Monsieur le Président du Conseil des ministres, a eu lieu le 4 octobre 2024 en présence des représentants des 4 pays membres de l'organisation. 8. Autres initiatives. D'autres initiatives de notre organisation connaissent des avancées marquées par leur mise en œuvre. Nous citerons parmi ceux-ci l'élaboration de la charte de l'eau de l'OMVG avec le financement attendu de l'agence de l'eau Ardour-Garonne et l'appui technique de la société Canal de province. La signature du protocole d'accord entre l'OMVG et Danis Idri Institute, DHI, ayant pour objet d'explorer et de renforcer la coopération dans les domaines de la gestion des eaux transfrontalières. Le projet de construction du siège de l'OMVG à Diamniadio, après l'octroi par le Sénégal, dans cette nouvelle ville, d'un terrain de 2000 m², dont le démarrage est effectif avec la réalisation des études topographiques, géotechniques et d'avant-projet sommaire. La réalisation du siège renforcera la visibilité et favorisera sa proximité avec les organisations internationales, administrations et d'autres organismes présents. Coopération avec GOF dans le cadre de l'électrification des localités sous réseau et hors réseau des pays membres de l'OMVG. Enfin, la révision des textes de l'organisation, contribuant à compléter et à adapter à son contexte et à harmoniser le cadre juridique de l'organisation. Excellences, Messieurs les chefs d'État et de gouvernement, voilà exposé les activités que notre organisation a eu à mener dans le cadre de la mission qui lui a été confiée par la première conférence extraordinaire des chefs d'État et de gouvernement de l'OMVG tenue à Addis Abeba, en Éthiopie, le 29 janvier 2016. Ces activités ont été menées sous la conduite éclairée et la supervision du Conseil des ministres. Dans l'attente de vos sages conseils et orientations, je vous exprime ma profonde reconnaissance et gratitude pour la confiance qui m'a été accordée et le soutien constant des autorités de l'organisation. Vive l'OMVG, vive l'intégration sous-régionale, vive la coopération internationale. Je vous remercie de votre aimable écoute.
Merci, Commissioner. That was statement from the High Commission, OMVG, on the status of implementation of OMVG activities since the last session of the Conference of Heads of State and Government held in Addis Ababa, January 29, 2016. Now calling the Chairman, Council of Ministers. He'll be presenting the agenda items of the conference, as well as urgent matters requiring your guidance and wise counsel. Honorable.
Excelencia, Senhor Adama Barrow, Presidente da República da Gâmbia, Presidente em exercício da Conferência dos Chefes de Estado e do Governo da Omvg. Excelência, Senhor Amadou Uriba, Primeiro-Ministro da República da Guiné. Excelência, Senhor Primeiro-Ministro da República da Guiné-Bissau. Excelência, Senhor Ousmane Sonko, Primeiro-Ministro da República do Senegal. Excelências, permitam-me, em primeiro lugar, expressar a minha profunda gratidão à Sua Excelência, Sr. Adama Barrow, Presidente da República da Gâmbia e Presidente da Conferência dos Chefes de Estado e do Governo da OMVG, por ter tido a gentileza de tomar todas as diligências necessárias à preparação e realização dessa sessão, que se realiza pela primeira vez em solo da OMVG desde 2005. Estes agradecimentos são extensivos a todos os chefes de Estado e do governo dos Estados-membros por todo o apoio prestado à organização, permitindo-lhe, assim, consolidar a dinâmica iniciada durante a sua última sessão realizada em Addis Abeba, em 29 de janeiro de 2016. Através da sua reestruturação, facilitando assim a implementação importante do programa de energia. Na qualidade de presidente do Conselho de Ministros da organização, para a valorização da bacia do rio Gâmbia, Omvg, tenho a honra de submeter à vossa apreciação os seguintes pontos de urgência, bem como recolher os vossos conselhos e orientação sobre os pontos a serem abordados na ordem do dia. Excelências, após a apresentação do estado de execução dos projetos e programas da organização pelo Alto Comissário, permita-me chamar a vossa atenção para os seguintes pontos e urgências. Primeiro, renovação dos órgãos da organização. A presidência da Conferência dos Chefes do Estado e do Governo. A presidência do Conselho de Ministros. O cargo do Alto Comissário. Para o efeito, o Conselho tem a honra de apresentar as seguintes propostas. A presidência da Conferência dos Chefes de Estado e do Governo deve ser assumida pela República da Guiné-Bissau. A presidência do Conselho deverá ser assegurada pela República da Guiné. O cargo do Alto Comissário deve ser atribuído à República da Gâmbia. Segundo, operacionalização da Sugestar. A convenção que cria a empresa de gestão de energia e da rede de transportes de Sabangalô foi assinada a 29 de janeiro de 2016 pelos chefes de Estados e ratificada pelo Parlamento dos 4 Estados-membros. Para o efeito, submetemos a vossa decisão. A designação dos países para ocuparem os cargos de Presidente do Conselho de Administração, APCA, e do Diretor-Geral. A recolha das vossas orientações e conselhos relativos à revisão e harmonização dos textos da Sugestar,
with its articles of association
conclusão
and the completion of its legal framework. The operationalization of this agency is at a critical stage, given the challenges of securing the operating assets, completing the Sabangalô Dam, and repaying the debt incurred. The agency is awaiting your instructions on the appointment of directors and the preparation and implementation of the organization chart. The next item is on the signing of agreements. To complete the legal and regulatory framework of our organization, we have the honor to submit to your approval and signature the draft conventions relating to the legal status of the Kayanga, Jeba, and Koliba-Koruba rivers, the conventions on the status of the River Gambia, and the establishment of the Omvg were adopted and signed on the 30th of June 1978 in Kaolack, Senegal, with the accession of Guinea-Bissau and Guinea, respectively Guinea and Guinea-Bissau, on the 6th of June 1981 and 28th of July 1983. The competence of the OMVG was extended to cover the Kayanga Jaba and Koliba Korubal rivers on the 14th of February 1987. Draft conventions on the legal status of the Kayanga Jaba and Koliba Koruba rivers were prepared and adopted by the Council of Ministers. Then we have the financing of the OMVG common structures. The Council of Ministers adopted the Convention on the financing of the OMVG common structures in 2018. Financial situation of the organization in relation to the operating and counterpart budgets. Excellencies, despite the brilliant results obtained in the implementation of the organization's programs, the High Commission is encountering difficulties in carrying out the missions entrusted to it, owing to delays in the payment of contributions to the project's operating and counterpart budgets. In view of the very difficult financial situation of the organization, I respectfully request your invaluable assistance in clearing the arrears of the operating budgets of the High Commission and Sdkj and the counterpart budget of the energy project, which amount to 19,696,819,605 CFA francs, of which the Gambia owes 4,329,826,470 CFA francs. The Republic of Guinea owes 2,785,647,919 CFA francs. The Republic of Guinea-Bissau owes 7,448,857,223 CFA francs. The Republic of Senegal owes the organization 5,132,487,956 CFA francs. Your Excellency, current Chairman of the Conference of Heads of State and Government, Your Excellencies, Heads of Government, the activities carried out by our organization as part of the mission entrusted to it by the first extraordinary session of the Conference of Heads of State and Government of the OMVG, held in Addis Ababa on the 29th of January 2016, show that significant progress has been made at all levels. With the brilliant results achieved from 2016 to 2024, the High Commissioner and his team have succeeded in raising the organization to the top rank of the world's basin organizations and in winning the prize for the best energy project in Africa. In addition, the Council of Ministers expressed its satisfaction with the results achieved by the High Commissioner and the OMVG team in implementing the organization's development program, in particular the energy project. To this end, in recognition of the excellent results achieved, I respectfully request, following the example of the Council of Ministers, that Your Excellencies award a certificate of commendation to the High Commissioner and the OMVG team while encouraging them to further enhance the organization's performance. We are convinced that your political will, your determination to promote the development of our member states, and your commitment to the well-being of our peoples are the most reliable guarantees for our success and for sub-regional cooperation. Excellencies, I look forward to your wise guidance and counsel, and I express my deep gratitude and appreciation. Thank you for your kind attention. The Council of Ministers, which I chair, and I remain attentive to your very highly valued directives and instructions. Long live OMVG. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Your Excellencies, distinguished invited guests, we're now taking a break for the closed session. Thank you. Call again. The press also should follow, and all those who are not engaged in this session to please take a break till you are called upon. Thank you very much.